and welcome to Entertainment Review. I'm Sami Shrewsbury, and I'm here with
Ryan Canny
and
Anthony Palazzolo.
And we're going to be talking about Black Panther. Black Panther is the newest Marvel movie. It is all about T'Challa, who becomes the king of Wakanda after his father is killed in Captain America's Civil War. After T'Challa becomes king, he goes out to capture Ulysses Claw. Ulysses is a criminal who has stolen from Wakanda before. We will be discussing our own opinions of the movie. Therefore, if you have not seen Black Panther, there will be spoilers. What was your overall opinion on the movie Black Panther?
To me, I really liked Black Panther. I thought it had some fun action, a really good story. The character was really awesome. Definitely introduced lots of new characters. Like Black Panther is now one of my favorite Avengers. I'll be really excited to see him in Infinity War.
Yeah, I thought it was a great story. It was definitely interesting. Black Panther isn't one of my all-time favorite characters. I mean, he's an interesting character. I mean, it's gonna be great to see how they expand on what we learned about Wakanda and about the people of Wakanda in Infinity War.
What was your favorite scene of the movie?
It's my favorite scene of the movie. I really like the scene where they're in I think it's Hong Kong, and they're chasing down Claw because they're trying to track down the vibranium, and essentially they're in this casino area, and they get found out, so there's a little battle there, and then there's a car chase afterwards, and Black Panther's on top of a car. It's really cool.
My favorite scene was probably the first fight between Killmonger and Black Panther when they're competing on if Killmonger is going to become king. I thought that was definitely a great one because it was just an awesome fight. You know, I don't know if there was any CGI used in it. I'm sure there was, but I thought that was really good. It definitely looked realistic for the fight, and the dialogue during the fight with Killmonger just screaming at T'Challa the entire time was. I thought it was really
intense.
How did you feel about T'Challa?
I feel about T'Challa. I think he's a really interesting character. I guess what makes him different is he's sort of like royalty compared to all the other Avengers. You got Tony Stark, who's a billionaire. Captain America, who's just a soldier turned leader. But T'Challa is he sort of I guess is a prince, and now he's learning to become king. And so this movie is pretty much his journey of becoming the king and becoming the leader for Wakanda that he needs to be.
I mean, like I said, he's not one of my all-time favorite characters, but he was definitely interesting. I thought it was a lot better character development, especially after Civil War, where we saw him the first time. That was good character development for just seeing the character for the first time and then seeing him again, and adding on to that. I thought it was a good character. I thought it was good.
How did you feel about Eric Killmonger?
I really liked Killmonger as the villain of this film because, at first you think it's Claw who's the villain of the film, played by Andy Serkis, but instead, it's Eric Killmonger, played by Michael B. Jordan, and he's really good in this. One of the problems with a lot of the Marvel movies nowadays is you don't really feel for the villain, or they don't have a clear motivation. But in this film, definitely Killmonger has a motivation for why he's doing all these things, and essentially his whole goal is he's trying to start an uprising. You sort of feel for his motivations. There is a bit of conflict, whether do you lean towards Killmonger or do you lean towards T'Challa in the end?
Yeah, Killmonger is definitely, I think, up in my maybe top 3 of Marvel villains, even though he just came out. Well, at least top 3 for motivation of why the villain does what he does. And I think I agree with a lot of what you said. It's definitely really important to have a good motivation for the villain, and like you said, he did. He wanted to basically kind of have Wakanda help the rest of the world, but taking over the rest of the world. So it's kind of but yeah, he's definitely one of my favorites, along with Vulture and Loki.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So, is there anything in this movie that you didn't like?
I didn't really like the final battle. I just felt there was a lot going on, and it was a little bit bland. I did like the part with Agent Ross, played by Martin Freeman. His whole flying thing. I thought he was gonna die there for a bit. It was a little bit intense, but other than that, it just felt like a generic battle. I wasn't really all that invested in it. I was a little bit invested with the Black Panther and Killmonger fight. That was sort of neat, but it's just an okay battle.
The one thing I didn't like is the fact that they killed Andy Serkis's claw in the movie. I feel like that they could have used that character in the future, and especially I think killing him off was basically just ruined the potential of what they could have done with him in the future Marvel movies. Because he's not necessarily an important character, but in the comics he's like Black Panther's arch nemesis, so they could have definitely done a lot more in the future. So I was disappointed with that.
What is your final rating for the movie?
I'll give this film a 9 out of 10. I thought it was really good. There were some things that probably could have improved on, but overall I found it really enjoyable. I was entertained the whole time.
I mean, I'd probably give it a 10, just besides the fact that they killed Killmonger at the end and Serkis. Those were my only two problems with it, but I mean, besides that, I'd give it a 10 because the rest of it was really cool.